Shadowhunters. We'll hear from the Mortal Instruments author and show creators. From stunts and on-set escapades to Shadowhunter love, the cast will reveal all. Get ready for insider access. Beyond the Shadows.
The Shadowhunters are a race of half angel, half human,
whose sole purpose in the world is to defend humans, which we call mundanes, against demonic forces.
Guys, for some reason our demon friends are killing mundanes and draining their blood.
They are willing to risk their life for somebody else.
Let's hunt. Runes give us power. This one's speed and there's strength, and you can burn new ones in, and we were given this power and entrusted with it to protect the world. We protect the human world from the demon world.
And maintain a balance where humanity, the mundanes, are safe from the things that come up in the night.
Cool context.
I think Shadowhunters at its core is about this group of kids. And you get to see these kids who you fall in love with, everything that kind of happens to them. This place isn't creepy, not at all. And the way their relationships change towards each other, to who they are as people.
It's about discovering yourself.
It's about loyalty and love and becoming something that you never thought you could become.
The Mortal Instruments is set in modern day. It's set in New York. This is the world that you and I live in. We're not aware of these things that are happening underneath the shadow world.
A downworlder is anything in the shadow world that's not a demon and not a Shadowhunter.
Vampires, werewolves, sealies, warlocks.
Simon's a mundane. Do I smell chicken cacciatore? He's not part of their world. Clary, is there a war going on that I don't know about?
There is now.
I think my mother's at the center of it.
Clary Frey, unbeknownst to her, has been involved in this world her entire life.
Please take her memories.
Clary Frey is a strong-willed, independent young woman, and she's living a perfectly normal life. On her 18th birthday, strange things start to happen. Hey, can you watch where you're going?
By her crossing paths with Jace, she is thrown back into this world and has to try and understand exactly where she came from and who she is.
Jace is a mysterious stranger who comes into her life at just the perfect moment.
You can see me?
Little does Clary know, but she is about to embark on a journey that will change her life and the lives of everyone she loves.
How can I not know who you are? She's a Shadowhunter, same as the rest of us. She doesn't know this, but we know, and this is almost like a coming-of-age story for her.
She ends up on this epic journey to try and save her mother.
Remember, I love you.
She's got this amazing blend of strength and vulnerability. I feel like she's a great role model because she has so many things going wrong in her life and all of these things keep happening to her, and yet she never loses courage, she never loses faith, she never loses her drive to reach her goals and to save the people she loves. Just want to find my mom.
Jace was raised to be a Shadowhunter, so he was in combat training when he was a little boy to become a soldier in this fight against the Downworld.
This is my father.
He loves to have fun. He's strong. He's powerful. I mean, he knows he's charming and he's very handsome.
So what's up?
He uses that to his advantage. I need to talk to you about something. It's really... Oh. Simon is Clary's go-to guy. Simon is Clary's ride or die. Simon and Clary have been friends forever. Thanks for being here.
He's not part of their world, but he's kind of forced into it. Simon, at the end, will give almost everything for them. I think that's why people love Simon so much, because he kind of is the eyes for everyone else that's not part of the shadow world. Buddy, what's going on, man? What are you typing? They get to see how they would react to things through the eyes of a person who's normal.
She thinks the world of him, someone who will always be a part of her life, no matter what.
We've never needed any.
Because of that, she ends up dragging him with her into the shadow world. And it may or may not be good for him.
I play Alec Lightwood. Jace and Alec are parabatai.
Two Shadowhunters who were raised together.
So there's a bond between them.
In battle, we're one being. We fight together and we move together, and if that parabatai bond is broken, it could quite literally kill us.
Alec Lightwood is frustrating.
Alec doesn't like Claire.
Mundane shouldn't even be here.
Alec doesn't like what Claire represents. Alec doesn't like the risk that Clary brings in. Who is she coming in here? acting like she owns the place. Emotions are nothing but a distraction. You're ruled by them. We're taught to control them.
How is that working out for you? She resents him for his rigidity.
He's driven and focused. It makes him a very effective leader and soldier.
Hey there, big bro.
Really?
The character I play is Isabel Lightwood. Demon stick wands. She's powerful, she's beautiful, she's very intelligent, and she is a protector, and she does everything in heels.
Magnus is a very complex character. He is a 400-year-old warlock.
He is sort of the man with all the answers. So you're the one who stole my memories.
At your mother's request. Magnus, he's there helping a lot of the Shadowhunters, even though he has a dislike for them.
And why should I trust you?
You shouldn't.
Luke Garraway is a New York City police detective. He's a very close personal friend with Clary's mother.
Luke has kind of stepped up as Jocelyn's best friend.
Sorry I'm late. Captain's got me on those demonic murders.
He's been there for her whole life through the ups and downs. She'll always think of him as her father before anyone else.
At one point in time, he was a great shadow hunter, and something happened that I can't talk about.
Valentine, he's the villain of our story,
Valentine is the apocalypse.
Valentine is a Shadowhunter.
who went rogue.
He wanted to get Immortal Cup.
I don't see the Mortal Cup!
Create new Shadowhunters so they can be part of his army.
Valentine just represents the danger in the world, the thing that could creep up and destroy us all.
Shadowhunters is good versus evil.
It's about discovering yourself.
It's a story of how the choices that we make us the people that we are. I think the characters of the Mortal Instruments series really lend themselves to a television show. These are characters who start in one place in their lives and then they really come of age, and that's something that you really want to watch over a period of time.
There's a lot of complicated relationships, complicated friendships.
Because yes, they're fighting vampires or hunting demons. And yet, they're still having problems with their parents giving them responsibility or falling in love for the first time. Because we don't have to fight vampires. It makes our problems seem, a little bit easier to handle.
Coming up next, casting stories revealed and dangerous stunts.
The casting process for me was quite a long one.
I started auditioning a few months before my final semester at NYU.
I auditioned way back in the beginning.
And I got a call from my manager telling me that I might be flying out to LA on Mondays.
They called me and they said, would you be willing to come in?
I read with McGee and Ed first at like a director's session.
We were very particular about the casting because you got to get it right. There's something like 36 million books out there that people have been a part of, so you feel a tremendous responsibility to deliver to the fan base.
We had a lot of strong candidates, but it was very clear who was going to get these roles.
3 hours later, I got a call saying I made it to the network test the next day, which was like huge.
I read it through once and left.
So I got to ABC Family, which was like so cool because it's Disney everywhere, and they had a cereal bar. Like a bar of just like different types of cereals that people were just coming down the whole time to eat, and it was great.
And I met with a bunch of the potential Clarys, and there was another potential Jace there too.
You walk into a room, a bunch of guys kind of look like you. But that was like the real waiting game, because instead of 6 Simons, it was 3.
And I met McGee, and I read with them like once, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to the next stage of testing. You go in and read it once, that tends to be like, that's not a good read.
I didn't hear anything about it.
There was no announcements about the Clary, which I assumed was going to be announced first.
They announced on Twitter. They said, hey, in 2 hours, we're going to announce Clary. And I hadn't heard anything yet.
Nothing happened, and I was freaking out.
My agent calls.
This is the yes or no call.
10 minutes before the time that they were announcing, I get a call.
Well, you got the part. And I'm like, oh. I start crying. Because I was like, what? That's not... No. Are you sure?
And oh, by the way, I head down to the ABC Family office to go do social media stuff.
Because they're going to release it in like 10 minutes. Do you have a Twitter? I do, but I have like 20 followers on Twitter, like 100 followers on Instagram, and they're all my friends.
It was the craziest time in my life.
And my phone exploded because of social media. Like, I have a British and an American phone, and both of them stopped working.
By the time I got to the studio, I had 6,000 followers on Instagram and Twitter. And by the time I left LA, I had over 10.
It's truly a dream come true. So we're stuck with each other? Go ahead, knock that ass. You'll feel better. I need to find Valentine and help save my mother. We had lots of prep for this shoot, mostly physical.
This stunts are always fun.
Building up and looking like a Shadowhunter sort of became a cast bonding process for all of us.
I do all the stunts with the whip, and you have to be very careful because the whip is actually made of leather and it could really hurt someone.
For the most part, Simon's stunts always involve him being kidnapped or being hung upside down. It just happens.
This is the exact reason everybody got into acting, is they want to play with swords and save the girl and fly.
Everybody goes for it. Like, nobody wants to be outshined.
I'm very clumsy at times, though, so there are a few outtakes here, there, and everywhere. Most of them, thank goodness, happen in the stunt room.
We had a stunt saving Simon from the vampires. I had an injury on set. I get blindsided by two of the vampires. So we go down to the floor and we tussle, and my foot caught underneath me and rolled. A stunt guy hurts you, or you hurt a stunt guy. You basically end up with like crate beers as like a thank you.
We have a scene with Pandemonium, which is a club. First episode was in the first week.
And who thought so many years of ballet, dance training could actually come in handy?
They're dragging me across the floor.
It was so great to get in there. We basically run in and just start tearing up the place.
Coming up next, Shadowhunter love and pranksters on set.
Despite the drama on screen, I must say there is no drama off screen.
Hello, little boys, little toys, with the dreams you believe in, crawling up the walls, running down your face. Razor sharp, razor clean, feel the weapon sensation on your back with a loaded gun. Now hold it to me.
We all became friends within the first 3 days.
We know when it's time to work, and we know when it's time to...
But Willie! I've heard that it's not like that all the time.
Dom loves playing pranks.
We're all jokesters on set. I mean, it's how you get through the day. Come with me as we look at a natural chase in the wild. It can get extremely annoying.
But we're in crunch time, and we start laughing, and we don't know how to avoid it.
Keep going. I grew up in Kent in southeast England. For me, it's just easier to stay in the accent, and I'm very close with everyone on set, so it's very easy for them to say, you didn't say this word right. And when they call rap at the end of the day, my accent will go. I'm Dominic Sherwood, and I play Jace Wayland on Shadowhunters.
Well, we can't really go out because we're all on really strict diets. We found out Kat hasn't seen a lot of movies.
So we made this long, giant list of all the movies that she hasn't seen that we have to make her watch.
We all go to the gym, which has become like an oddly bonding experience for us.
Right.
I'm not going to name names,
No,
but
I
I know an actor that the first day on leg day, he puked.
Yeah!
I missed that one.
It's me twice.
Come on.
There is a lot going on in this show as far as relationships. Clary and Jace have a connection.
Jace doesn't believe in true love at all. And meeting Clary is kind of this first instance of, oh, maybe.
I got you.
Because there is this girl who's strong, and she's powerful, and she's smart.
But Simon also likes Clary.
Clary, please.
Clary, come on. Clary became Simon's neighbor when they were extremely young. When Simon started to notice girls, he didn't notice girls, he just noticed Clary.
Now, how can someone as smart and perceptive as you not realize that the person sitting right there is in love with you?
She was always the girl for Simon. With Clary freaking Fraser, you can do anything. If anything were to go wrong, if everything in life were to fall apart, but he still had Clary, he'd still be okay.
It's tragic in a sense because Simon is such a good guy and he's always there for her.
Pretty much she's his world.
And sometimes she just doesn't see that. What would I do without you? Isabel and Simon are starting to become good friends.
I'm getting seriously tired of saving your life.
I am not.
But then Isabel has other suitors as well. Alec and Jace are parabatai.
There's no human bond that compares to what Alec and I have.
But Magnus and Alec also have a very close relationship.
I don't think we've been formally introduced.
Alec, For him to have any tenderness in his life is something new. It's not until he meets Magnus that he sort of starts to figure out exactly what it is to love someone.
Would you like to go out for a drink sometime? It's a lot more complex. It's not just a simple attraction.
One.
We don't have a core love triangle. We have a core love octagon. I'll be right back.
Coming up next, the Shadowhunter world created, Fandemonium, and plot twist reveal.
So I'm sitting on the set of the Institute right now, and of course one of the most fun things for a writer is seeing the world that has existed inside their head realized in real life.
We did a lot of testing, a lot of research.
Walking into Magnus's loft apartment, seeing Simon's bedroom. The production designer has done a really interesting job with the Institute.
I wanted it to be a haunted, decrepit church and the exterior, and then you go inside and it's like you've stepped into the world of James Bond.
I created the world of the Shadowhunters to look a little bit timeless.
Same thing with the costume design, same thing with the visual effects and the special effects and the demon design, everything that goes into the world creation of the show. We did hair and makeup and camera tests down to the shade of Clary's hair.
We all put our heads together and ended up with this color. Way more vibrant than I would do in my actual life.
And people blow back, it's too orange, it's too orange.
I think that's good for Clary. You know, she's supposed to be this fiery personality, and it's nice that her hair can be an extension of that.
The amazing behind-the-scenes team that is wardrobe, hair, have done an incredible job, because without them, Isabel's look wouldn't be Isabel. Every time she goes on a mission, she always has something new and fashion-forward.
Also with the physical expression of the runes. So I wanted them to be interactive and have the quality of almost like burn marks.
When I get the runes is when I truly become Clary Frey. And just to have these marks on you, they become a part of you.
Where are you? Shooting in Toronto was challenging. It sort of would get cold and the wind would blow over the lights.
Everyone has an opinion on night shoots.
For the first 3 hours of a night shoot, everybody's having a great time.
4 or 5 a.m. rolls around and you start to get a little bit.
Fatigue starts to set in. Everybody gets a little squirrely after about, 6 or 7 hours.
We've had so many fans come up to us here while we're shooting.
The first time someone said my name,
Aren't you Clary and Simon and Jason from the...
I don't recognize you at all. And they're like, yeah, we signed this. I was like, oh, you're a fan.
These fans are fierce.
The series hasn't even started.
We're still shooting the show. And they're tweeting me, asking me questions, Instagramming me things, making these incredible fan edits.
Mortal Instruments TV show seems to be off to a solid start.
At first it was strange, and I didn't understand. I was like, you guys have no idea who I am. I was working at a restaurant a week ago.
They're tuned into to every aspect of the show. Join me today for a live tweet.
Snuck into the Institute just to do my live Twitter chat with you guys.
Hashtag Ask Alberto, send your questions in.
Hashtag AskCat.
When I finally finished the books, it made sense to me. You really fall in love with these characters.
There's been a lot of speculation about will our show follow the book.
So in order for the Shadowhunter fans not to know exactly what's going to happen, we added some twists and turns.
I need to borrow your lady.
We have kept the essence and the tone and all of the things that you love about the Mortal Instruments in this show. But we have to make it fun for everyone to watch.
Who is Alec gonna end up with? What happens along the way?
I'm looking forward to people watching the show as I've read the scripts.
We have so many shockers, so many surprises. Every time I get a new batch of scripts,
I would read episode 1 and then flick through to the end and then I'd finish it like, oh, what?
literally, I kid you not, laughing, crying, and gasping.
I just just read episode 11 of 13, and that ended, and I was like, well, there's no way. It's only episode 12. That's not fair.
We have such drama, but we also have these lovely moments of humor and these emotionally devastating moments that are balanced by these soaring moments of hope and love. It's such a ride that it takes you on, and I'm hoping that, people will enjoy the ride with us.